DidikTV KPM.
What is this?
Miss Sim, you called me?
Yeah. What is this actually?
Yes. Remember the time where you asked me to prepare plans to increase our profits?
Yeah.
That's why I've prepared these two.
Okay.
Plan A and Plan B. And I think
see.
Plan B is the plan for us to increase our profits.
I see, but I think Plan A is quite good though.
No, Plan
Are
B
you sure?
is definitely better.
Why?
Well, how about this? Just trust me, Plan B is the way to go. Oh,
Are you sure? Wait.
yeah, look at the time. Oh, I gotta go. Let's go with Plan B, okay? Plan B.
Wait.
Plan B.
Wait.
Hello everyone, you are now watching Upper Form or Menengah Atas on DidikTV KPM together with me, Sean Steven, as your host. And of course, our lesson today is English Form 5. And of course, our teacher is none other than Miss Sim. Hi Miss Sim.
Hi, Sean.
How are you doing today?
Good?
I am super excited for our lesson, but I also want to introduce our sign language interpreter of the day, and that is of course none other than Teacher Zaimi. Hi teacher. All right, and I believe it's not just the three of us in the studio aside from our cameraman. We also have a few pupils who are online with us right now. Let's see who they are. Hi! There we go, our bright and happy faces joining in our class today. Could you kindly introduce them to those watching at home?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, we have Hang Fuliang. Fuliang, can you wave your hands to them? Yes. Okay, and then we have Rachel. Okay, we have Eugene. And lastly, we have Ziqian.
Hi everyone, I have a very important question for you. Are you ready for our lesson today? Give me a big thumbs up if you are. There we go, everyone is ready. But before we get to the lesson, I actually have a question regarding our gimmick that we have that we had earlier. You kept on asking me why is my plan better. Is that something to do with what we're learning today?
Yes, since just now we can see that we are in an kind of like discussions, okay? But then you do not give me any justification, explanations of why you have chosen Plan B.
Yeah.
So in our lesson today, we are going to learn how to agree or disagree with someone by giving our explanation and justifications.
All right, so that's what we're learning today. So
Yes.
shall we continue?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay, so yes. So today we are going to learn how to agree or disagree in a proper way. Okay, and our focus today is on speaking skill. So let's look at this. Okay, we are going to focus on Form 5 textbook in Unit 7, the media, and our focus is speaking. Okay, if you look here, we have our teams today, learning standards, language focus, and reference. First, okay, our team is science and technology, and then we have two learning standards here. Okay, one is our main skill and the second one is our complementary skill. Okay, so for the first one, we are going to learn how to explain and justify our plans and ambitions. And the second one, we are going to keep our interactions going in discourse level exchanges by paraphrasing and rephrasing appropriately. Okay, and then we are going to focus, that means we are going to use words and phrases that are related to media sites and communicating with the public. Okay, and our reference, we are going to use Form 5 textbook downloads, which is on page 91. All right? Okay, so let's take a look here. We later, I'm going to explain about our learning objective of the day, and then we have 4 parts here. First part, we're going to learn, okay, how to make a decision. So we have a title here, choose your stand. Second part, agree or disagree. Third part, how to attract more customers. Part 4, speak the right words. And after all, we are going to have an overview. Okay? So our learning objective of today. Okay, by the end of this lesson, so our pupils will be able to First, they are going to learn how to agree or disagree appropriately by giving explanations and or justifications. Okay? And the second one, we are going to keep the discussion going by paraphrasing and rephrasing our friend's idea. Okay, like I say, you can refer to the textbook, which is on page 91. Okay, so now we are going to have a little warm-up activity, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to ask questions, okay, that you are going to make a decision. Okay, so we have to choose your stand, and it's regarding about news. So let's look at this. Okay, so you're going to choose, okay, which one do you agree with? Okay, so pupils, if you look at the questions, the first questions, I have it, I'm more interested in local news, and another one would be I'm more interested in international news. So you're going to choose whether you are interested in local news or international news, okay? Just choose one. But then you have to provide me a reason, like explanation or justification why you agree with that or why you choose that choice, right? Okay, and the second one, the second questions, I prefer to read magazine and newspaper to find out more about fashion and news. Another one would be I prefer to visit websites to find out more about fashion and news. So which one do you agree with? Do you think that magazine is better or website is better? Okay, and the third questions would be I'm attracted to the commercial on radio or televisions. Another one would be I'm not interested, I'm not attracted to any of these commercial on radio or television. So would like my pupils here as well to choose their stand, like which one do they agree with, and they have to give me a reason why do they think so. Okay?
All right.
So maybe we can ask our pupils here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so anyone of you would like to answer first for the first questions? Fu Liang? Okay, Fu Liang.
Okay, for me, I'm more interested in international news.
Okay.
It is because international news can invariably keep me in the loop by knowing the latest incidents happening in any corner of this tremendously enormous world. For example, I can keep myself updated by knowing the most recent wars happening in certain countries. Thank you.
I see. And I can also see that Eugene keep on saying no, right? Eugene is disagree with him. Okay, Eugene, can you give me a reason why you disagree with Fu Liang, Eugene?
This is because, in my opinion, I'm more interested in local news. Since we live in Malaysia, we need to care for the changes and happening in our country. For instance, the economy, natural disaster, and the politics. Moreover, it is very important to know the latest news of my country. With the advance of technology, I can stay up to date with the latest information through the internet. That's all for me.
All right. Okay, so according to Eugene, he thinks that we should care more about our own countries, right? Okay, how about for the second questions? Girls, any one of you would like to answer this question? Okay, Rachel. Which one do you prefer?
In my point of view, I prefer visiting websites to find more information about fashion and news. This is because I can browse through the website just on my phone, anywhere and anytime. Besides, I can find a lot of information by visiting websites. I just need to type a sentence in the search column, and about hundreds and more information will come out within seconds.
Good. Okay, so according to Rachel, it's easier that way to browse the website. Okay, how about the last one, the third questions? Okay, I think we'll have Ziqian. Would you like to answer this question? Okay, which one do you agree?
From my perspective, I'm attracted to the commercials on radios and televisions due to the fact that I'm just a listener and not necessarily have to buy anything. Although some will think that the commercials are annoying, I personally think that I can improve my soft skill and my creativity to the various type of advertisement.
Well, I think they all like provide their justifications, right? I think they all like receive 5 stars, maybe.
5 stars for
right? Because
everyone.
they already give their explanations, right?
Yes.
Why? Okay,
All
what do
right.
you think so?
I
Sean?
think they did a great job as well. And everyone deserves a short break. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break. And back to you for Upper Form on DidikTV KPM.
DidikTV KPM.
And we are back for Upper Form on DidikTV KPM together with me, Sean Stephen, and of course, Teacher Sim or Miss Sim. All right, Miss Sim, shall we continue?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay, so let's continue. All right, so for this part, we are going to learn how to agree or disagree with someone in an appropriate way. Okay, so normally in a discussions or conversations, you will wonder like, how are you going to say something if you really do not agree with your friends, right? Okay, so let's see. We have a language bank here. We have some of the words or phrases that you can use if you are completely agree with your friend or disagree completely with your friends, or sometimes we are actually agree in part or disagree in part, right? Okay, let's see. So if you agree with your friend, you can say that I completely agree with you, okay? Or you can say I totally agree with you. Then your friends will know that you agree with them, okay? And the second one, you can use like I think you are right about that, okay? Or you can say that I feel the same way or I feel it exactly the same, okay? And then another one is that is my opinions too, okay? So we have, when you say something like this, then people will know that you actually agree with them, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, how about if you do not agree with someone else, okay? If you do not agree with them, maybe you can say that I disagree or don't really agree with you because I think that, okay? Or you can say that I think you are or you might be wrong about that, and then you provide your reason why. Okay, so you can use the third one, like I wouldn't say that because, and then you give your explanations. Remember, we need to explain to other people if we do not agree with them.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I don't think that's the case because, and then you provide your reason as well, like why do you think so? Okay,
Yeah.
so how about if we agree or disagree in part? Okay, so if you see here, we have two examples, right? Okay, first you can say I have a point, you have a point, but, okay, the keywords here is but, okay, you need to use but, all right? Or you can say that I see what you mean, but, okay, you need to use but as well because you only agree in part, but you do not agree for the second one or maybe some of the points, okay, not totally agree. Okay, so let's have a little practice here. We have one practice here for the pupils who are watching this or for those pupils in mid here. Okay, so when we are discussing something, we might agree completely with the other persons, disagree completely, or we might agree with part of what they are saying. So read these statements and decide whether they agree completely, A, disagree completely, D, or agree in part, P. Okay, you can also find this in your textbook on page 91. All right, so let's look at the first questions. Okay, I think you are right that, okay, something else. The second questions, I see what you mean, but. The third questions, I don't think that's the case because, right? The fourth questions, you have a point, but. The fifth one, that is my opinions too, right? It sounds familiar, right? And question number 6, I think you are wrong about that, okay? Or what? All right, so let's ask the pupils in mid here, okay? What do they think for the first one? Is it A, D, or P, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyone would like to volunteer to answer this question? Rachel? All right, okay, Rachel, what is the answer for number 1?
I think the answer is A, agree completely.
Agree completely. Okay, let's check. Is it correct? Yes?
All right.
Yeah? Because we have the words that I think you are right, okay? How about questions number 2? Anyone? Fu Liang? All right, okay, Fu Liang, what do you think for this question?
I think it's P, agree in part.
Agree in part. Why? Why do you think so?
In the front, it said that I see what you mean means that he agree with it. But at the behind, is that but that he has opinion opposite him.
All right, okay, so it's like in part only, yeah, because the keywords but. Let's check. Yes, P, okay? How about questions number 3? Anyone would like to try here? Okay, Ziqian, what do you think the answer for this?
P, agree in part.
Number 3?
Oh,
Are you
sorry.
sure?
Oh,
Then what is, you can try again?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I think that the answer is D. Disagree completely.
Okay, let's check. Yeah, is P or D? Yeah, I don't think that is the case because yeah, you provide a reason. So that is actually you disagree with your friends, and so that you need to provide a reason. Okay, the answer is D. Yeah, sure. Okay, how about number 4? Question number 4. Anyone would like to? Yes, Eugene. Okay, Eugene.
I think the answer is P, agree in part.
Agree in part. You have a point, but okay, yeah. Let's check. Yes, P. Okay. How about question number 5? Anyone? Fuliang? All right, Fuliang. What is your answer?
I think it's A, agree completely.
Agree completely. That is my opinions too. Let's check. Yes, A. How about the last questions? Anyone? Rachel. Okay, Rachel.
I think the answer is D. Disagree completely.
Why do you think so? Why is it disagree completely?
Because the person seems like going to give an opposite justification.
Okay, so it's like, because the keywords there, right? I think you are wrong. The keywords there wrong, okay? Yeah, so let's see. Yes, the answer is D, disagree completely, all right? Okay, next, let's move on. Okay, so when you discuss with your friends, okay, when you disagree with your friends and in the discussion, sometimes you need to rephrase or paraphrase your friends' ideas, okay? Whether you support your friend's idea or you disagree with your friends, sometimes you need to rephrase because you want to show that you are listening or you're actually supporting your friend's idea, okay? So how are you going to paraphrase or rephrase your friend's idea? First, you can take note of the keywords or the things that your friend says that you would like to paraphrase, okay? Second, you find synonyms or phrases that can carry the same meaning. And third one, you use your own words to rephrase it, okay? So how are we going to do it? So let's see the examples, all right? So remember the language bank. Okay, let's say if your friend says something and you want to agree with your friend, right? Okay, so you can use the language bank and then you can rephrase a little bit of your friend's idea. So you can say that it is true that, and then you combine with what your friends have said, okay? So this is how you combine it and make it into a sentence. And by doing so, you can carry on your discussion with your friends, okay? And then let's look at the second one, right? You're absolutely right. And then you can mention about the topic, like the persons, okay, or the subject in that sentence. For example, he or she can definitely do that, okay? And then the third one, by doing so, okay, we will definitely, okay, then you carry on your topic, right? Or you can say that not only that, and then you put your friend's idea in, you rephrase it a little bit, and then you can say that he or she can also, and then do this and that, right? Okay, so this is how you link them together. All right, and then if let's say if you agree in part, that means you only partially agree with it, you can say that I get your point, right? I get a point on this, and then I get your point on this idea or what you have just said, but then, okay, you can use the word however or but, I do think that, and then you give your own reason or explanation or your own points of view, okay? All right.
All right.
So,
and looks like
yeah.
we now know how to agree or disagree, or even if you want to partly agree, we know how to say it and of course give justifications to that. And right now we're going to take a short break. Back to you for Upper Form on DidikTV KPM right after this.
DidikTV KPM.
You are now watching Menengah Atas or Upper Form on DidikTV KPM. Our subject for today is English Form 5. So Miss Sim, shall we continue?
Yeah, sure.
All
Okay,
right.
so just now we learned how to agree or disagree with your friends in a proper way, in a polite way. Okay, now let's do a speaking practice, okay? So our topic here, if you look at this, is how to attract more customers. So we are going to give the ideas to Hannah, okay, on how to attract more customers to her new shop. So imagine this is her new shop.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So this is the task. All right, your cousin Hannah has just opened a new shop and she wants to attract more customers. So here are some ideas that she is considering on how to advertise the shop. Okay, if you look at your textbook, there is a task here, right? Okay, so we have 5 ideas here. For example, we have to invite local people to a launch party. We have put adverts in local newspaper and magazine, record a radio advertisement, create her own Facebook page, and lastly, we have like to launch her own website, okay? So your task here is, if you look back, okay? Yeah, the first task, okay, I would like you to talk to your friends, okay, in pairs. So talk to each other about how successful each idea would be. Remember the 5 ideas just now, okay? And then for the second task, you are going to decide, okay? Both of you are going to decide which one is the best idea that your cousin should choose. Remember, you can use the words and phrases in the language bank to help you, to guide you, okay? All right. All right, so remember this, okay? This is the questions, all right? And then how can Hannah attract more customers to her new shops? And then we have 5 ideas here, okay? And then language bank, like I say, you can use this, okay, in the discussions if you agree or disagree or agree in part. And you also can use this skill, paraphrase or phrasing your friends' ideas
Yes.
to support your friends' ideas or to carry on the discussions, right? Okay, and then the examples here, remember? Okay, so let us try on this speaking practice, shall we?
Okay.
Maybe you can ask our pupils here. I'm going to divide them into 2 groups.
Okay.
So Rachel and Ziqian will be in one group, and then Fuliang and Eugene will be in another group, okay? All right? So your first task, okay, let's us focus on the first task. So the first task is, I want both of you to actually talk to each other about how successful each idea would be. If you look at this part, right, I think you can just focus on 2 ideas first, and then we will ask another group to focus on another 2 ideas, right?
Okay.
No need to mention all of them, okay? So, for example, the first one, if you want to start the discussion, you can say that you can call your partner's name. For example, like Ziqian, okay? So Ziqian, what do you think, what are the ideas that you think Hannah can have to attract, okay, more customers to her new shops? So personally, I think that she should invite local people to a launch party because, and then you provide a reason why, okay? Remember in the discussions, whether you agree or disagree, or whether you throw a new point, okay, your point of view, you need to provide an explanation why, okay? Yeah. So you need to tell your friends why you think that she should invite local people to her launch party, right? And then if, let's say, you agree with your friend or you disagree with your friend, you need to also provide your answers, your reason why you agree or disagree with your friends, okay? Then the discussion will be going on like that. Okay?
All
Shall
right.
we try and see how does it work, okay?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, maybe we'll start with the first group, okay? Ziqian and Rachel first. Okay, Ziqian?
Okay. In my humble opinion, Hannah can put ads in local newspaper and magazine to attract more customers to her new shop. Although technology has been improved, people still believe that the traditional ways are more secure as the information is latest and accurate. Besides, it can grab the attention of readers easily if they had it in their hand. Do you agree with me, Rachel?
I couldn't agree more with you. Plus, local newspapers and magazines are accessible in shops. Furthermore, I think Hannah can also record a radio advertisement. Since a brainwashing slogan can leave a deep impression for the listeners and let them remember your products, Hannah should give it a try. By doing so, more customers will visit to Hannah's new shop after listening to the brainwashing slogan. What do you think, Chen?
You are absolutely right. Using radio to broadcast the brainwashing slogan would be one of the brilliant ideas to attract more customers to her shop.
All right, good. So just now we listened that we can see that when Zichen agree with Rachel, she also like paraphrase Rachel's idea, right? For
Yeah.
example, the radio, the brand washing slogan, right? Okay, so yeah, she did a great job. I think she can get 5 stars, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Well
and
done.
yes, and Rachel as well, because when she mentions about the radio advertisement, she gave it explanations like why should Hannah record a radio advertisement, right? Okay, so both of them, they provide their explanation, their justification, then they also try to rephrase their friends' ideas in
Yes.
that discussions, okay? So I think both of them have done a great job, right?
Great
Yeah.
job, everyone. 5 stars for each of you, but we still
Yes.
have one more group, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's listen to another group. Okay, who would like to start first here? Okay, Fu Liang, right.
Okay. From my perspective, as technology is thriving by leaps and bounds in this modern century, Hannah can make full use of this splendid opportunity to create her own Facebook page. I strongly recommend her to promote her products by shedding light on some information or the unique features of her product. Do you agree with me, Eugene?
Yes, I totally agree with you, Fuliang. Hannah can collect feedback of her shop from the Facebook page too. And besides, Hannah also can launch her own website page on her social media, so she can upload some picture of products and interact with her customer there. And this allows the customer to buy her products without visiting her physical store. At the same time, Hannah can lower down the marketing budget, like making an ads, as she can attract customers from the social media. It's a win-win situation, right? What do you think, Fuliang?
You have made a good point. I totally agree with you.
All right, okay. So we can see that in the discussion, they also provide a reason, like why do they think that Hannah can create her own Facebook page, and another one also like how she can launch her own website. So
Yeah.
I think, yeah, both of them, yeah, they've done a great job as well,
Yeah.
right? Do you agree?
Yes, yes, they have,
Yes.
because they both agree with each other, and they also
Yes.
add their point, and also I
Yes.
think, if I'm not mistaken, they also given some reasons or justification to their
Okay, so
answer.
I think they deserve 5 stars, right?
5 stars each?
Yes.
Yes, 5 stars for both of you. All
Okay.
right. So we have touched about all 5 points over there,
Yes.
haven't we?
Yeah. So now let's move on to the second task. Remember, the second task here, right? Remember this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So for a second task, we have to, we would like to decide, okay? So I want them to decide which one is the best idea that they think Hannah should choose, okay? Yeah. All right. So in this part, when you decide an idea, okay, the best one, okay, whether you agree or disagree, you also need to give an explanations, like why do you think it is the best one? Okay, so that your friends can either agree or disagree with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Maybe we can ask the girls first, all right? For Zichen's group. Anyone would like to start? Okay, Zichen.
Okay. In my opinions, Hannah can attract more customers to her new shop by creating her own Facebook page. Nowadays, Facebook can be an indispensable app as a pastime, no matter senior citizens, teenagers, or children. So this is a good strategy to promote her new shop for everyone. Moreover, someone who is interested can search for more information on the shop page that have been created. What do you think, Rachel?
I see eye to eye with you. Besides, Hannah can post the images and videos of her products on Facebook. People who browse through the Facebook can know more about the products sold in Hannah's new shop. Therefore, they definitely will make a visit to her shop.
Okay, So both of them agree that create her own Facebook page would be the best idea, right? Okay. Yeah, how about the boys? Okay, Eugene.
So, my opinion, I would choose to record a radio advertisement. This is
Okay.
because Hannah can use a brainwashing slogan for a new shop, and it can leave a deep impression for the listener. And I'm pretty sure this would be an amazing way for Hannah to attract more customers. Do you agree with me, Fulian?
I don't think that's the case because I honestly think that inviting local people to a launch party will be the best idea. During this party, Hannah can let her customer try out her products and services out of charge. As an exchange, her customers need to give her some feedback and suggestions, which can play a pivotal role in giving her some inspirations to improve her product and services. How do you think, Eugene?
Yes, I guess you're right, Fulian, and it's definitely a better idea. Hannah can organize some activities during the party, such as the lucky draw, promotion, and giveaways. At the same time, Hannah can find some potential customers to become members, and they can help her to promote her shop. Then Hannah's shop might be well known in the local area. And in conclusion, Fulian and I will choose to launch a party to attract more customers. That's all from us.
All right, okay. So it seems that Fuliang has successfully persuaded Eugene
Yeah.
to agree with him that invite local people to a launch party would be a better idea, right? Would
Yeah.
be the best idea. Okay, and then he actually disagree in a polite way, and then he also provide his justification like why. So I think like all of them, they have actually followed what in the previous slide, right, we have mentioned, right,
Yep.
how to agree, disagree, and paraphrase and rephrase and all this. So I think all of them done great job.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So I think they should be given 5 stars.
5 stars.
5 stars, yeah.
Well done,
Okay.
everyone. So 5
Yeah.
stars for each of them because they have completed both the tasks that you
Yes,
mentioned
yes,
earlier.
yes.
And I also like the point that he gave one of the pupils online because they managed to persuade their
Yeah.
teammates to actually change their answer because of that reason that they have provided, right?
Yes. Yeah. The
Alright.
reason is very important.
That's
yes.
right. Well done, everyone. And right now we're going to take a short break. Back to you after this on Outperform on DidikTV KPM.
DidikTV KPM.
Welcome to Outperform on DidikTV KPM. Our lesson for today is English Form 5 together with Miss Sim. All right, Miss Sim, shall we continue?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's continue with the next one, right? Okay, so just now we have already practiced how to use the right words, how to agree or disagree with our friends politely, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's have a little more activity that maybe to test, okay, to make sure that you really use the right words, okay?
Okay.
So I have one question here for all of you, maybe for those who are watching this and for the pupils here, okay? So the question is, would you rather pay to use websites and social networking sites than have advertisements appear? Okay, what does it mean? It means that, okay, normally when you go for, you're using these apps and then you see that, okay, you have to pay to use the premium versions or sometimes some website you have to pay for it, then only the advertisement will disappear, right? Okay, so the question now is, would you pay for that? Would you pay for the website and the social networking sites if you don't want to see the advertisement, or you would just let the advertisement be there so that you can enjoy the advertisement at the same time, okay? So maybe you can ask our pupils here, what do they think, all right? And don't forget to justify your answer, right? Anyone here would like to volunteer? Oh, Rachel, okay, Rachel?
Right.
For me, I will not pay to use the websites and social networking sites
Mm-hmm.
because I think that paying for them is not a great deal. The advertisements will just take only a few seconds and I can wait for that. For those advertisements in picture form, I can just scroll them and that's all. I can still keep using the websites and social networking sites.
All right, okay, I see Rachel's point, and she says that because she can still enjoy the advertisement, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I do enjoy the advertisement though, right? They are
Yeah.
very creative, you know, like entertaining and very attractive, right?
Yeah.
How about you, Sean? Do you think so? Like, would you like to watch that?
I see your point, but there is also certain times where I would want it to be a bit quicker. So if I have an option to watch the advertisement, but I can click skip maybe after 5 seconds, I don't mind doing that instead of paying.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, let's listen to our pupils here. Would they agree with Sean or they agree with Rachel, right?
All right.
Okay, anyone here would like to say something? Okay, Eugene, yeah. Eugene, what is your point of view?
For me, I would rather pay for the website and social networking site. This is because I spend most of my time on the social media, and I can save a lot of my time if I skip all those advertisements so that I can finish all my work or assignment quickly and smoothly.
I see that. So Eugene would rather pay for it, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting though. Like maybe it's I don't know. Like girls would prefer to like don't want to pay for extra. We just wait for the advertisements, and boys maybe just want everything to be done like quicker, right? So we just skip and things like that. I'm not sure. Is it that way?
Possibly. I don't
Yeah,
know,
I'm not
because
sure.
I
Okay,
kind
but-
of agree with him actually.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's very interesting though. But it actually depends on your personality lah. If you are those kind of persons who doesn't want to like waste, well, not to say wasted, but then just want to be fast, right? Everything
Yeah.
to be done in the seconds. Then maybe you don't want to see the advertisements, right?
Yeah, that
Okay.
could possibly be
so
that.
yeah. No matter what kind of, whether you would like to pay or you don't want to pay, it's just that you need to provide a justification. That's very important, right?
Yes.
Because we all we have different perspectives. So the only thing is you just have to provide your reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since the pupils who answered just now, they did provide their reasons, how many stars will they get?
I think they can all get, is that 4, 5? I think 5 lah. Yeah,
5 stars for
I'm
each
very
of
good.
you.
I'm very kind.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for being so generous.
All right. Okay. So next, let's move on. All right. Okay. So it's actually at almost the end of the lesson. So maybe we can ask our pupils here. Yeah. What have they learned from today's lessons? Let's hear from them.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start with Ziqian.
Yes, for me, I have learned that using the right attitude in a discussions among friends is crucial because it is an effective way to come to a conclusion with so many great minds as many hands make light work. And this is also a remembering lesson for me in speaking.
Okay. She mentioned about the right attitude. This is very important,
Yes.
right? How about Rachel?
After having such a meaningful lesson, I have learned about how to agree and disagree politely in my discussion or an argument with my friends. And I'm sure that it will come in handy in my daily conversations too.
Okay. Yeah. Even in daily conversation, you can use that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Fu Liang?
As for me, I have learned a bunch from this lesson, and it has made me become more tolerant and open-minded as we shall pay respect to our partners in a discussion. Not only that, I get to know how to paraphrase and rephrase the idea in a more formal way. Therefore, I think this will be a great help in my future. Thank you.
Okay, yes. He mentioned about paying respect to others, right?
Yeah.
To your listeners. This is very important as well. Okay. How about Eugene?
For me, I have learned about the proper way of agreeing, disagreeing, and agreeing in part when someone has asked for my opinion. After this lesson, I will try to avoid hurting others' feelings while replying in a conversation and make sure not to make such a mistake in a group discussion. Thank you.
All right, okay. He also mentions about just to avoid hurting others people's feelings, right? Same
yeah.
like paying respect, okay? Because we don't want a discussion becomes a great fight or an argument,
That's
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. All right.
Okay.
Since we're almost approaching towards the end of our lesson today, could you kindly give us a summary or a recap of what we have learned so far?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so for the summary of today's lessons, okay, first we learn how to agree politely, okay, we learn how to disagree politely, and we also learn how to agree or disagree in part, that means only partially agree,
Yep.
okay, politely, that means in a polite way, in an appropriate way, okay. So like what they have mentioned as well, like why do we have to do so? Can we just like, you know, agree or disagree without giving any like explanation? If you do not give any justification or explanations, that people, they will not understand you. They don't know what happened, like why do you think so, or why do you give such an idea, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is also to respect others' opinions and be able to carry on the discussion harmoniously. That means
Yeah.
you don't want to get into a fight, right?
True, yeah.
Yeah. So remember the language bank, okay? How are you going to agree, disagree, or agree in part with your friends? Remember how you're going to use that, the words, the phrases that you can use, okay? It is also very important in your daily conversations, yeah? Okay, and then, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much for our lesson for today. And what about the overall performance of our pupils online today?
Oh, okay, 4 of them, right? Okay, I think all of them, they have actually given me a very good justifications whenever they want to give their opinions or their stand. So I think all of them, they really have done a great job, okay?
Alright.
So yeah, like I say, I'm very kind. I will give 5 stars.
5 stars to everyone once again. And well
Yes.
done, everyone. And for those of them who are currently online or watching right now, if they want to get the learning materials or enhancement exercises, from where can they get it from?
Okay, they can actually get it from Sumberku as well. Okay, so the Sumberku portal,
Yeah.
they will get all these kind of learning materials. It is all there.
All right, thank
Yeah.
you so much, Miss Sim, for our lesson for today. And hopefully for those of you watching, it has been beneficial to all of you. And don't forget to tune in to DidikTV for more lessons like this. Till then, take care and bye!
Bye.